Okay.
Yeah, click go live again. I guess we'll wait. You gotta pop the chat out. There you go. Now do your chat. Hit the button. There.
Y'all, it's Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead.
What are you doing? Hit it.
Said hit the chat. I
did.
Hit
pop out right there. You
go. Okay.
Now drag it over.
We're working on it. Maybe.
Now hit OBS.
So
there we go.
Okay, we're there. I know, a couple of minutes early, right?
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, man.
Okay, Ruby's already asking for prayer for her daughter's friend that was admitted.
Hospital yesterday with COVID.
She's a teacher of special needs in San Antonio. Okay, good afternoon, everybody.
Good evening.
Tell us if this mic is working. Now, let me get it around here where, can you hear us is the deal. You might can see us, but can you hear us?
Says we can hear and see you, Dana says.
Okay, they're saying sounds good.
Sounds good, okay.
There's Mark.
Yeah,
Krager.
Marcus Krager here is there.
So we have at least one moderator. I'm sure Miss Lippy's in here somewhere, unless her phone killed out on her. Oh, a lot of our friends popping in.
Snowy East Tennessee. That sounds funny for people to say snowy East Tennessee.
Oh, snow.
Yeah, at this time of the year.
Well, it's winter time. You're supposed to have snow.
I've been in Tennessee when it actually snowed at Thanksgiving.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're saying it sounds good.
Okay, we're trying out a new mic.
Yeah, I've got this Rode mic that where is it? Fuzzy mic that we used to use with our camera. And since everybody kept saying they couldn't hear me, I was like, well, we got to find something. So I've got a drink for my fruit drink. I just added on Crazy Days.
Y'all heard that. She's got some spiked drink.
It's not what I said.
That's what you said.
Spice.
Oh, okay.
SPICED.
Okay, we'll go with spice.
There ain't no K in it, a C.
Okay, we'll go with spice. Okay, we'll let that go.
I told Danny I was desperate. Y'all look what I'm eating.
Eating patriotic.
Well, it's the MRA.
Patriotic hard candy.
No, it's cookies.
Cookies?
It's cookies. Sugar cookies, all broke into little teeny.
Is that what it says?
Patriotic sugar
cookies. Okay.
I was sitting in here, and I didn't want to get up and go get me something to eat. I brought my cup with me, and I looked, and I've got some MREs right here beside me, and there were sugar cookies in them. So that's lazy when you eat MREs instead of going to get something good.
Oh, Esther, what does that say? Esther and Jimmy Andrews says, how do you keep that beard so clean and trim? Very nice.
Wanda does it.
Wanda, don't touch my beard.
No, I don't.
Wanda doesn't touch my beard.
He would have gaps everywhere.
I would not even have a beard if it was her. She'd whack it up so bad.
Oh, that he would. Okay, guys.
I'm drinking. You see this? Look, but see how it's cloudy looking? It's really dishwater. Not really. It's
We're on it tonight. Y'all. We're tired.
It's muscat. Scuppernong, one of them. Probably. This is Scuppernong here.
That's Scuppernong.
Yeah, this is Scuppernong. Yeah.
Yeah, and so we've been.
It's sweet.
Woo. Yeah. Well, I added some water so it wouldn't be so strong. Woo. It's still strong.
Still sweet.
We've been working on my she shed today, and it took off a couple of days for Christmas, but we really didn't.
Wanda did.
We didn't really take off. Somebody had to work every day because he gets antsy.
I can't help it.
I'm wasting time.
I said, the day is so pretty out here. She goes, it's freaking Christmas Day. I told her, I said, I don't do Christmas anyway. I said, so I'm like, I'm going to work on the shed, you know. I said, I might not get much done, but I went out and piddled around on it. Put the trim on anyway.
Yeah, he did the little things because I had played catch up here in the house, so I did do that. And so it said something about thumbs up. Y'all, we get more in the algorithm.
We're getting better in the algorithm if you give us a thumbs up. So give us a thumbs up, okay? Up.
And if you comment and all this kind of stuff helps us. So
yeah.
Y'all kind of help us out that way. And so he got a little bit done. We did for a couple of days. It was really cold, and I'm talking really cold.
It's been cold.
And for us, now some of y'all got way cold. Danny and I were talking about that earlier. Can you imagine living somewhere where it snows you in and you don't go anywhere? We don't go anywhere anyways, yeah. But we were thinking.
Well, it's just if I can't go nowhere,
And then it's snowy everywhere. The white stuff's crazy.
When I lived in Connecticut, it was like when it snowed, it was like it was there forever. It just never went away. I mean, it was there for month after month after month, It just didn't quit.
Is it required that I build my wife Esther a she shed with our homestead? With our homestead, is our marriage dependent on it?
Well,
no, no, y'all. This she shed is more of a he shed, I think. He wanted it. He's wanted it for a long, long time, but. No. And it just kind of developed into a she shed, y'all. It was supposed to be a carport. You could get in trouble tonight. It was supposed to be a carport. And then the more we talked about it, originally it was a home previous wife's mother. So it would have been a mother-in-law place. So they had room for a bedroom and a bath and all that, and a carport eventually. But they were going to make it into a living room kitchen area. And we decided carport, and then it never happened. And then let's go ahead and get the materials, because materials is fixing to skyrocket. Just for all of y'all that want to build, materials fixing to skyrocket. And
yeah, she's not lying about that.
Yeah.
Wood
and metal.
According to the markets, wood is fixing to go like almost double. And metal is fixing to go sky high. So if you're wanting a building project, you probably have about 2 weeks to buy the material.
Yeah, before it starts climbing. And so we decided to go ahead and order what we needed. And so we had to talk about what the rooms were going to look like and what we need to use them for. I told him I really wanted all these cannon things. I've got huge cannon pots everywhere. We've got some in his skinning room. I've got some in every cabinet available here, some in the dining room, and I just wanted somewhere to put everything so it's not sitting in the floor and taking up cabinet space that I need for other things. That way I can have other things.
Okay.
Yeah.
We understand. Other things.
Well, when I go to get a pot out of the cabinet, I got to rearrange everything to get to the pot I need, because I've got these big, huge cannon pots.
Yeah.
Where it started in as a she shed for my cannon, and then it developed into a cannon kitchen, and it just kind of skyrocketed. Howie and Miss Josie.
Okay, Mr. Howie, a couple of, what does it say, like yesterday
was the last I've heard.
I was going to say, yesterday was the last we'd heard. Mr. Howie had to be put on a ventilator. He was on a BPAP machine doing the job, so they put him on a ventilator. Now his oxygen saturation is up to 90, what'd you say it was, 96?
It was at 70 the day before and 96 yesterday. I don't know about today.
His vitals were all good.
He was resting. I think
but he was resting. They dated.
I think that's what she said.
Yeah, they have him sedated as far as we know. That's all that we know.
Yeah, so we just Howie in prayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe Miss Josie might get on tonight. Who knows? She might jump on here and give a little bit more. But if not,
got on for just a minute.
But we keep Mr. Howie in our prayers. I mean, this shows you just how fast this thing can go bad.
Yeah.
And a guy that's as perfectly good as Mr. Howie was, and then all of a sudden just turns south. That it can happen.
Hello, Noah Bailey. We want to keep Mark family in our prayers.
Yes.
Mark is he had a Homestead channel called Home on Avery. I don't remember. Home on Hill or home something. Anyway, he was a moderator for several channels, and he passed away either last night or this morning. So we want to keep his family in prayers.
Florida Homesteader wants to thank everyone for praying for his wife and the family when she was sick. She's been cleared. She can be around the baby.
Wow.
And both of us have tested negative today. So that's
Yes.
good. Amen.
Yeah, we've got a lot of people who have sent us messages, and we've got in the Facebook group, a lot of people have said that either them, some of their family, or somebody they know have been sent to the hospital with this. And so y'all just keep everybody in prayers. That's one reason Danny and I have not been going anywhere.
Christy Cooley.
We haven't.
Hey, Christy.
From Bendale.
Yeah, I just found your channel. Yes.
Oh, awesome.
Next door neighbor, we call her. Just right down the road here.
Yeah. I actually had a camp at Pascagoula Estates one time. I know she knows where that is.
Yep. And somebody asked a question a while ago. What zone are we in? We are in zone 8. Sometimes it's zone 8A, sometimes it's zone 8B, sometimes it's zone 9. It all depends on the weather and how it's going.
Right now it's like
Right
north.
now
it's north.
Yeah, now it's, boy, last few days it's been really cold here.
Yeah, I wish road. I knew it was something road lane. I couldn't remember the last one. Home on Avery Road. And it was yesterday. Okay. Nashville. Yeah, we want to remember Nashville. There's Miss Josie. She said he has a UTI. Talking about Mr. Howie, he has a UTI that is getting better, no fever. Chest x-ray is showing signs of improvement. He is still slightly sedated, and we are praying for a miracle. Thank you, prayers. Thank you, Miss Josie.
Thank you, Miss Josie. We have been praying for Mr. Howie. We really miss seeing him with his video, and I always look for his wisdom. I mean, he's very, very nice gentleman to listen to. His channel was really growing. People was really getting him, and he was really doing good.
Yeah, and they're paying attention. Miss Josie, we get messages all the time asking how he's doing.
I gotta back up. Hold on here.
Are you getting? Oh, he's hunting him. So I thought you were having trouble.
No. Somebody just said something.
And
I gotta back up.
So we've been trying to keep them updated in our groups and everything, but I have been trying to go over to y'all's channel. I knew you didn't feel good and feel like posting to start with, but since you've been posting, we've been trying to go over there and keep up. So just tell him we are thinking about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I just had to go back and check what somebody said.
Oh, okay.
I'm always looking, because if I think somebody's getting out of line, I will ban you.
Oh, but they weren't?
No, I think they were just making a comment.
Okay.
The guys, we have had, our holiday has been so busy. I mean, literally, we had to, I'm going to use the word quarantine. We didn't quarantine her, but we had to separate Dolly from the herd. We do this with each one of our cows. The only one we didn't do that way with was Dixie, because we did not know her date.
Yeah, we weren't sure.
We weren't sure. We were close, but we weren't sure, and she had it the day before we were going to separate her. But with Dolly, we know pretty much the day, and with our cows, we pretty much keep an eye on them when they mark the days on the calendar, so that we know within 1 to 3 days. And if it's like it's going to be with Dolly here, and it's going to be so cold, and then the possibility of severe weather, we decided to separate her from the rest of the herd so she would be in the barn, and we locked her in the barn so she would have it in the barn.
Miss Snippy, can you put Cedar Creek Homestead's link in the description so people can find it, please?
And but we started out Christmas Eve. We separated Dolly off, got her out to the side, because we thought that
we did it the day before Christmas.
The day before Christmas Eve, because the record showed it could be any time between the Christmas Eve and a day or two after Christmas. So we decided to go ahead and to quarantine her inside.
Because she was distancing herself.
Yeah.
She was away from the herd. She didn't come when we went to
right. And that's usually a clear sign. And then in the video I show how she's swelling up, how she's already dropped, how she's bagged up and everything. We knew we were pretty close, but didn't know the exact time it would be. And then we go out, and lo and behold, Christmas We have Christmas Eve. We have a baby calf born that's a bull, which is what we were looking for. We were wanting that because all we were having were girls.
And we like girls too.
Yeah, we were. I mean, we love our girls because it builds our herd, but our herd is built now.
Yeah, we can't handle too many more mamas and stuff on the homestead. We really wanted a boy for meat, but we've also thought there's so many people wanting Dexters.
Yes.
Do we want to put him up for sale in the near future when he's like 4 months old or something? And so we've got two ways to go. Either we have meat in the future, or we have somebody else will
get a good bull, you know. And we're trying to make sure he's a very calm animal. I'm spending time with him as much as I can. I was right there when he was born. Within minutes of him being born, and my voice was probably, he heard my voice before he heard his mama's voice, and now he just comes straight to me. I mean, he loves me. He loves me to touch him. He loves me to pet him, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and he's doing really good. I've got some the voice keeps going in and out. I don't know if that's the mic or if everybody's having that problem or what.
Who knows?
But I got some good video of him today playing. He's running and having fun and stuff like that.
Well, don't we have some pictures of him?
Yes, we do. You can start with.
Start with number one or this one here?
Yeah.
Okay, here we have him separated from the herd right now, him and Dolly, because we don't want him rolling off into the pond until his little legs gets a little bit more stable, and I believe that probably tomorrow I'll be able to turn him in, because right now he can run like a little scalded egg.
That's him and Dex.
Yeah, that's him and his daddy.
They were just eyeballing each other up one side and down the other this afternoon.
Yeah, he was eyeing his daddy, and his daddy was looking at him. Yeah, I think Dexter's trying to figure out, there's another one in the herd. You know, he's seeing if he's a boy or a girl. Then we have him right here.
That is Minnie.
No, that's him right here in the forefront.
I know, but that's Minnie in the back. Minnie's our cow that Daisy had back, I think, is she 4 or 5 months old?
She's close to 5 months old. She has took off and growing.
And she is about 3 times the size of Donovan right now. She's just shooting up fast.
Yeah. So we have that, and then I see you have another one way up here. Oh, let's see here. This is all 3 of them there together. That is Minnie, Donovan, and Lucy. They're all right together. Lucy's
almost twice as big as Donovan now.
Yeah.
And Minnie is, you can see with her laying down, she's way bigger than them.
Lucy's already eating feed and everything.
Yeah, another one's Lucy by herself, I think.
And then let's see here. This is just Lucy by herself.
That's her mama.
She's turned out to be a beautiful calf.
And baby? Oh, she's a baby.
She is just a big old baby.
They're saying mine keeps fading in and out. So what is the deal? It's a new mic and it's still not working?
I don't know. I think it's just you.
It's just my voice, guys. I can't help it. It's something to do with this computer, I guess. And we tried this mic, and if the mic's not working, I don't know.
Okay, what's this new paddock thing you got here?
Oh, okay, so we were wanting to talk about what went on in 2020. And then we'll lead into plans for 2021.
Okay.
So at the beginning of 2020,
Gemini says, no sound for you, Wanda.
I'm not going on, guys.
If they got me, they don't know how they could not have you. Wanda's voice is cutting in and out. Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay, so this is the mic. Do y'all hear me? I don't know. Do I need to change places? It's pointed right at me.
Yeah, it's pointed at you.
Some say they hear me better, so I don't know.
Oh, well, we're going to keep going.
Okay, so.
If Wanda, he said if you talk louder and stronger, it was much better. Comes through great.
Okay. I will try. So 2020, talked about this before. In 2020, we decided early on we were going to finish the cabin. Well, that has not happened.
No, we're not completely through with it. We're close, but
We
we're
still
not.
like quite a few things
Got a few
on the
things
cabin.
left to go. Yeah.
But this is the cabin. It is further than we thought it would, than we kind of got, but we've still got some things to do. Number one, we've got to finish the bedroom. Nothing in the bedroom's been done yet, so we've got walls and floors that need to be done. We had to finish the tub, and the bathroom will be completed. We have to put flooring in the living room and kitchen area. We have to put stone on the fireplace.
Yeah.
And wood above it. And will we be through it?
Trim out the beams. There's a couple of beams that's got to be trimmed, and we got to finish putting clear over the cabinet doors on the kitchen.
Yeah. So a few things at the cabin that's just got to be done. And this year, we didn't know we were doing. Somebody donated a rain catchment system thing here. Danny built the system, but they gave us the tank, and so he got that done. And we decided to purchase solar. So Renogy is the company, and there should be links in our description for Renogy. We decided to go with Renogy and try that out. So we're working with the solar, and you're kind of pretty pleased with it so far.
I'm very pleased with the solar so far. I need to get 3 more batteries, and I need to upgrade the inverter before I actually have the cabin running totally off of the solar. But we're not in a real rush about that right at the moment because the solar we have is working fine. It's just that it's a project for the future. Let me put it that way, to finish it out. I think that going solar is going to be the way of the future.
Yeah, and then we kind of put the cabin on hold. We were working steadily on it.
Yeah.
We put it on hold to do. And I had greenhouses, and I forgot the picture. Okay, never mind, I don't have the picture, but we decided to do a greenhouse.
Yeah.
And I had a picture of both greenhouses to upload it.
Okay.
And it just dawned on me. And so we did the first greenhouse, and then Danny decided after we got the first greenhouse done, hey, I want to build a pond. So we have a pond in the back in which we built a pier. And then we have a pond in the front. You might have seen when we were showing the cows a while ago, you could see in the pond in the background behind them. And so then in the midst of that, he decides he wants a second greenhouse. But with everything that was going on, he wanted everything on site that we didn't have to worry. So the pond's going to have our fish, plus we can use the water for fertilizing, all kinds of stuff. We got all kinds of good stuff to go with it.
Yeah, both ponds are completely stocked now. We've got ample a number of fish in each one of them. Probably in another 3 months or 4 months, the fish will be big enough that we can start fishing for them. And we'll just see how it goes. I'll fish for a few of them. If they look like they're big enough, we'll keep them. If not, we'll throw them back, wait a little longer. But we're anxious about the fish in the pond because that's going to be one of our home sources that we have.
Yeah. And from there, I guess we started in, he wanted to get the material here for the she shed.
Well,
and with him,
let's back up now.
We did get the second.
This past summer, I went into the hardware store and I told him, I said, I'm fixing to, I'd like to build my garage and I'd like to go ahead and order the material. And I called out the order. And I'm friends with everybody in the place. And the guy behind the counter kept going, you're not building nothing right now. And I kept saying, yes, I am. And he said, no, you're not. And I'm like, do not tell me what I'm going to do. And he says, I'm telling you, you're not going to build that right now.
He turned his computer around. He said, Danny, look at the price.
He said, this is what you'll pay if you build it right now. And when he turned the computer around, I said, okay, we're not building it right now. And I said,
they're nutcases in there. We love them.
We love them. And I told him, I said, what is your projections as far as timber and wood and everything is concerned? and they told me, said, don't even consider it until after the election.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, well, do me a favor then. Keep me notified when the prices drop. Wanda and I went in one day, and they looked at me and they said, Danny, the prices just fell. If you're going to buy, you better buy now. And so I immediately ordered everything for the whole shed. I ordered all the metal, wood. I bought all the electrical wiring, all the switches, the power boxes. I bought everything, hangers for everything, hurricane stuff for it. I literally bought it all right then because I sit down with the owner of it and he told me that metal prices in about 3 weeks are high, wood prices were going to almost double. And so, you know, we just, Wanda and I looked at each other and I said, if we're going to do this, now is the time to do it.
This is the deal. He goes, let's get this and we'll work on it later.
Right.
He did that with everything.
With everything. I have it bought.
And when he gets it, it's not we work on it later. He says, I'm going to start this today. And I said, what happened? He said, well, I'm going to work on it a little along. And the next thing I know, we're full blown into the project and it's finished or nearly finished in 2 weeks. And y'all, he has to slow down. That's just it. Somebody asked on the cabin. The cabin is a 16 by 32 with a porch around 2 sides, and part of the porch, what, a 8 by 10?
An 8 by 10 bathroom on part of the porch, yeah.
And then somebody asked about fish. In the back pond, we have bass and brim.
And shell crackers.
And possibly a carp.
And a couple of 3 carp in there. The front pond, we have channel cat and brim and
minnows, whatever the minnows.
The red tuffy minnows and shell crackers in it. Yeah, we have all those in it. Debbie asked, did we hear about the bombing in Nashville? Yes, we heard about the bombing in Nashville, know all about it, know all about the details of it. Probably know more than we should know about it. But it's not been just Nashville. There's been bombings in Canada. There's been bombings in China, bombings in Russia, bombings in Pakistan. There have been bombings everywhere in the last 2 days.
Yeah, windows and doors. In one of our videos, it's already up, I guess.
Yeah.
We had an issue with doors and windows. If we wanted certain type, we were going to have to wait
5 weeks.
5 weeks.
We was going to have to wait 5 weeks. And then there was no guarantee then.
Yeah, so we decided the catfish or channel cats in the front pond.
Yeah. Somebody said, why 2 homes? CS Nanny says, why 2 homes? The house that we're in right now is the big house. This is a very large country Victorian home.
This is where we work.
This is where we work at. This house is not designed for when the electricity goes down. It's very uncomfortable in this house. If it's in the summertime, you burn up. If it's in the wintertime, we're okay in the winter because we have a wood heater. But the cabin...
heat just one little section.
Right.
The way it's made, this is heatable and it's not coolable.
Right.
If like our air conditioner went out, we're dying here. Yeah. We're in the South. The humidity is so high.
Well, it would ruin the house.
And this house is not meant for the power to go out. Because of the sheetrock, the floors, everything in it.
The floors will buckle in the humidity. I mean, stuff like that. The cabin is designed to be off-grid. It's a place where we go to relax. There's no electricity over there. There's no satellite system. There's no internet. There's nothing. It's just when we go over there, there's no refrigerators running. There's nothing. It's
no noise.
No noise. It's completely quiet. And usually by 7:30, we're sound asleep.
5.
But she says 5 for me, but
5.
As soon as it gets dark, let me put it that way.
Let me tell you something. There's something wrong with this recliner. Just saying. There's something wrong with the recliner. I told him that the other day. He goes over there. He sits down in the recliner, and he goes,
hey, it happens. If you sit in that recliner, you fall asleep.
Okay, so I thought it's him. So we were over there the last 2 or 3 weeks when we go over there. He's been watching deer.
I've been loving watching the
From
deer.
about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, sometimes all night long, he's watching deer.
I watch deer up to 3 o'clock in the morning.
So, y'all want to know where his deer stand is? The bathroom. Our bathroom window is sitting where he can put a chair, and he can look out it, and that's his deer stand.
I can video the deer. I can watch them.
We've taken pictures.
We probably have over 5,000 pictures of deer.
And so he goes the other day. We get over there about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. He heads to the bathroom, not to use the bathroom. He's going to watch deer.
Yep.
And I can't go use the bathroom because I'll make racket because he's going to watch deer.
I got to watch the deer. Yeah.
I decided, he told me I was the keeper of the fire because it was cold. And I went in there. He had the fire going. I stuck a couple of pieces of wood in the fireplace, and I decided to sit in his recliner. An hour and a half later, I wake up, the fire is gone.
Yeah.
And he walks in, he says, "What happened to the fire?" And I go, "It was the recliner's fault. There's something wrong with this recliner."
Because sitting in the bathroom, I can hear the fire cracking in the fireplace and all, and all of a sudden it got quiet in there, and I'm like, I said, she fell asleep in my recliner. And an hour goes by, and I don't hear nothing. I'm like, okay, the cabin is going to be cold. I said, she has let the fire go out.
I did. No, his recliner's all, there's a problem with it, just saying. But the way the cabin's built, we can use the fireplace to heat. It heats really well. We don't have a problem. To cool, it's under trees and stuff. The way it's got high ceilings. It's got
very high ceilings. It's insulated so well.
We've stayed over there in some of the hottest.
We did a test. It was 124 degree heat index here.
Yeah, heat index.
The heat index was 124. I told Wanda, I said, this is as good a time as any to see if we can stay in this cabin in this kind of heat. We went over there. We have these Blue Eddy power stations. Mm-hmm. We turned the Blue Eddy on, turned the ceiling fans on, and we slept perfectly comfortable in that cabin and did not get hot.
Yeah, and y'all, the ceiling fans don't make racket. Not like
they make
these
no
little
racket
fans
whatsoever.
that you would get. The ceiling fans are so quiet, and so we have no noise. And to us, that's just crazy not to have noise. Because when we get back over here, everything in here makes noise. It don't matter what it is, it makes noise.
Everything makes a noise over here. Florida Homesteader, let me show you something here. I'll have a picture for you. Florida Homesteader asked, will I be using a crossbow to shoot a deer with this year? And here is the answer.
Yes.
Right there.
Yesterday.
The answer is yes. Christmas Day, Wanda and I came back over here Christmas morning to check on Dolly and Donovan. And while we were here, Wanda come in to do a little work in the house. And I said, you know what? I'm putting up some trim on the shed outside. So I went out there and started putting up trim. And it started getting later in the evening. I told her, I said, you know what?
We went back about 3.
About 3, I said, we got to go back and get a fire started so the cabin can warm up some. I told her, I said, I am going to go and just see if I can take a deer. And
this is why.
Look at this. This is my turnip green patch, my mustards and my kale and all this. This is all I have left.
That's it.
This is a whole field.
This is the field.
Look at this, guys. This is 1/4 of an acre.
That's not all of it. I didn't.
No, Wanda didn't get all of it. She just got a portion of it. It's 1/4 of an acre of my mustards and my kale that was looking so good. It was like a foot deep. Wanda and I were eating it. And I sit out there, and there were 4 deer at one time.
This was Christmas night. I laughed. I told him, I said, Santa's reindeer are playing in our yard.
Yes.
He came in, and he goes, well, there's a deer out there. And he went back, and he says, there's 2 deer out there. And later he comes through, he goes, I can count 3. And then when he was watching them running, he was watching how they were running around. This was probably 9 o'clock.
It was 9 or 10 o'clock at night, yeah.
He come back and he goes, there were 4 deer out there running. And I was dying out laughing. I said, well, Santa's reindeer's not delivering packages. So
yeah. But
we do have fences. We have fences everywhere. Y'all should see what they did to his new fences that he put up this year.
It looks horrible. I wish I had pictures of my fence.
Well, I didn't take of that fence, but this is one of the places we put new fencing up. This was some of the new fencing that we put up at the end of last year or beginning of this year.
It was the end of last year.
Yeah. This is not where the deer are. This is where we let the cows. But this was one of the projects that we were working on the first of this year. It was fencing everything and making new paddocks. And so that's what the good fencing looks like. The back fence where the deer were, we were back there today because Danny lost his lawnmower key yesterday and all that when we went to get the
woods.
Deer.
When I was getting the deer out of the woods, I dropped my lawnmower key in the woods, and I told her, I said,
he marked where he dropped it.
I marked where I dropped it. I broke a limb. I said, we're coming back here in the daylight, and we're going to get this key, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, Lou, we eat them, but they're through deer meat. But that's got to be, she was fat. She was fat. Probably a year and a half old, 2 years.
Probably a year and a half, yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't a big deer, but she was enough. And the others are bigger than her, just saying. But it's, what was it, 9, 10 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning when they're playing?
Started about, well, they came in around, that one evening they came in around 7 o'clock in the evening, and I watched them from 7 o'clock in the evening till about 3 o'clock in the morning, just running and playing.
Thank you, Brian Andrews. Yes, we found the key. We went back this afternoon, and he went and found right where he broke the limb off, and we went to look, and he spotted it right off.
I seen it in the daylight. I said, there it is right there, because I could see it perfect. Yeah.
So we did find the key. We cleaned the deer and was back over to cabin before 9 o'clock last night.
Yeah, by 9 o'clock we had cleaned it, quartered it up, put it on ice, and we were back at the cabin. Yeah.
And just chilling. And what else did we do? And that was with the crossbow.
That was with the crossbow. And look,
that was one of Danny's.
I actually shot a fox.
Yeah, you did that. We've lost 2 arrows.
I've lost 2 arrows now. I shot a fox, and it blew through that fox so fast he didn't even know what happened to him. I mean, there was hair all over that place where it knocked a hole through him. And he actually ran off and died in the woods, somewhere out in the woods. Yeah. We saw the buzzards today, so we know he died in the woods.
Yeah. So we have lost 2 arrows already. So I told Danny, I said, we got to invest in more arrows. At this rate, he can't keep losing arrows.
No, these arrows are expensive.
But that was his Christmas present. I got him the crossbow for Christmas, and I got a camera. I wanted a new camera, and I got a Canon M50. And so far, it seems I'm liking it so far. I'm still not sure I'm getting the darkness, lightness thing done like I'm supposed to, but I think it's working pretty good.
Yeah. Drops Family Garden says his crossbow shoots at 350 feet per second. This one is shooting a little over 400 feet a second. And I told Wanda, I said, just stop and think about that. That is longer than the length of a football field in less than a second. I mean, that thing went through that deer so fast, that deer never even knew what hit it.
Future dreams to reality. Hello.
Hey, girl.
My pomegranate tree made pomegranates this year, and I got several off of it. But they were still white. They were supposed to, and I had somebody in California tell me they needed more sunshine than they were getting. So we're going to dig them up because they're near my, there's only one. It's near my greenhouse. And so we need it moved. So within the next week or 2, we're going to.
Yeah. Oh, let's see here.
Southern Blessed gave her daughter Wanda's cookbook for Christmas, and she loved it. Cooked 2 recipes at the Christmas meal. Awesome. Family said that's a great camera. It seems to be. It seems to be working pretty good.
Are we going to experience these lockdowns for much longer? Probably you haven't seen the worst yet. Let me put it that way. You're probably fixing to experience a lot worse than what you've already seen because they're now talking about a third wave.
Also silent too, yes.
Yes, the crossbow is very silent.
Yeah, I'm sorry about it. That's why I got the mic. I'm trying to find a way to fix this mic system. We're just gonna have to, I guess, invest in a webcam with a mic and stuff. I did that and it wasn't working either. So I don't know if it's this computer. We're gonna go back to my other computer.
Al Caton says, are the yellow wax beans that you grow the Cherokee yellow wax beans? Yes, they are. Yes.
Yes.
Let's see.
I'm trying to read this. Oh, I know. I got some things I got to show. We're gonna get out of here and it's.
Oh yeah. We're gonna be got in trouble here if we don't.
Yes.
You brought out all the Christmas cards.
I got them right here.
Okay.
All right. This Christmas card, isn't that pretty?
Well, that's pretty.
That is from a friend that lives in the next county, Renata. And y'all, I don't know that I can pull this out like I need to, but look at the prettiness of this. And
it matches the cabin.
It goes in the cabin wonderful. She knows what the cabin looks like.
Yeah.
And it's got this purple inside. It's beautiful. This is a long apron and it's lined and it's beautiful. And it's going to be in the cabin when I get it back over there. So thank you, Renata. And we got cards. We got cards. Lots of cards.
Lots of cards.
Okay, this is from Donna and Scott. And Donna's in the chat somewhere because I saw her a while ago. This is from Mimsy's Garden. From Mimsy. How do I not have anything in that one? Oh, that's a letter. As a letter. Yeah. So let me keep going. Diana sent this one. And I'm not sure if they're hearing me, but I'm trying. All right, Mandy sent this one. Y'all, I'm dyslexic with this. That's Mandy. This one, even the envelope's pretty. Boots and Bounty. This is Steve, Casey, Preston, Emma, Logan. Isn't that pretty? Keep going. Miss Margaret. She knows I like blue.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Let's see. Sherry. I think it says Sherry. Yeah. This one's from Sherry. Danny's got popcorn over here. No, he's eating stuff. Lynn. And y'all, a lot of these, they wrote me notes in here, and I appreciate that. Danny and I sit and read every one of them.
Yes, we do.
Sometimes we sit in the post office parking lot and read.
We do a lot of times. We sit in the parking lot of the post office. That's right.
This one is from Sandy. I like that one too. That's really pretty. Okay, was this a card or yeah? Oh, Southern Blessed. Yeah, Matt and Patty are in the. Okay, y'all. This is what Matt and Patty look like. Southern Blessed.
Check their channel out. I think you'll like them.
And they're going to be on Two Family Homestead tomorrow night. They're going to be doing an interview with them. I saw that earlier. So that's Patty and Mac. Y'all disappointed. I'm Mac's a nutcase. Y'all just, he's funny. All right, this is from Saddle Ridge. Y'all want to get it? Isn't that nice? I like that one. A Saddle Ridge. And one more. Nanny Nash. This is Buddy and Lippy's.
Buddy and Lippy.
Buddy's mom.
Buddy's mama, really, yeah.
Yeah, we adopted Nanny Nash, so she's my nanny now too. So.
Okay. Did we finally get there?
We there. That's all the cards.
All right.
That's it.
Okay. Mr. John was telling them all the different things that you can take for the CV-19, and someone said it must be cold. Danny's got 3 shirts on. I've been outside all day up on a metal roof putting on metal, and I just hadn't took the shirts off yet. It was so cold. I actually had a jacket on and everything. It was cold today. We started off in the low 20s this morning.
It was very cold. Deborah Jones says she loves the cookbook, and Danny, she's got your seeds and books too.
Oh, great.
When Danny's quiet, Miss Wanda sounds good. Do you think you have an auto sound equalizer? Well, yeah, we got something up here, but
we do.
I don't know how to equalize it. I don't know what you do to make.
Let me see here. What happens is the voice thing on there is a little delayed, and when you talk right behind me, it doesn't have time to distinguish and adjust. Okay. Is what it is.
Danny, did you do a video on growing the Cherokee Tan pumpkins? We have a whole playlist. Anything from growing, harvesting, and cooking.
Yeah.
All kinds of Cherokee Tan.
And all the information about it.
Yes.
Wanda, when is your birthday? I know Danny's is July the 24th.
Mine is September the 21st.
She is a fall equinox baby.
A Virgo.
A Virgo, yeah.
Oh. She hears Wanda, and she lives in Alaska. So I'm reaching Alaska.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Thanks for sending the cold over my way. Not. Look, I told somebody the other day the people up north needed to come.
Yeah.
They need to come find it. All right, so the mic is clipping that makes it sound muddy. Okay, so give me a second. I want to try something. How did I do this before?
Just
this. Okay, now can you hear me? Now I got to wait on catch
you got to wait on the 15-second delay.
So I shut everything off. So now let's see if you can.
Yes, everybody's like, yes, they can hear you now.
Okay.
Gemini, yes, we can. Okay.
All right, so we're going to leave it alone and see what happens. You may or may not hear me, but we're going to try. All right, so what I did is I turned this mic off that I had and turned another mic on, probably the computer mic, but the other day everybody was saying it wasn't working, so who knows?
This is much better. Yep, loud and clear.
If you can lower the level a bit. Y'all are asking for.
But that's not a problem. Just slide that bar on the blue line.
This one?
Yeah, just grab that and slide it. There you go.
Okay, so we're going to see if that helped a little.
Okay, they said you climbed out of the well. That's awesome now. Now you sound good. Okay, Missy the girl said pray for her daughter. She tested positive for COVID today. Okay, fan in nursing home here. Saw a comment about Freedom Acres. Is she okay?
Yes.
I guess she is. I ain't seen her in a month, so I don't know. I mean,
she's living her own life. I guess if she decides to be back on YouTube, she's going to be back on YouTube. But right
Yeah.
now, she's just living life.
Her and Paul are, I guess, are doing their thing. We don't hear from them.
We hear sunshine.
Well, I hear Sunshine making noise all the time, but
that we haven't
we don't
mess with them. We let them just learn each other.
Yeah, they're a new couple together. We're not interfering in their life in no way, so we're just kind of leaving them alone. Let them figure out what they want to do.
Happy birthday, Susan. She said, and thank you for the super chat. She said, the sound's perfect now. She's listening to us on, hey, she was almost a Christmas baby.
Almost a Christmas baby, yeah. Okay.
Happy birthday, Susan. People are telling you happy birthday. Now somebody else is saying it sounds not good. Okay.
Well, Kinky Spirit said they had to turn the volume up on their computer in order to be able to hear you. So.
I don't have a clue. I don't know what to do.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, our holidays has been pretty eventful this year. We can't complain. We had the birth of the baby calf. We spent the holidays at the cabin. We took a deer. We got meat for the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
We got work done on the shed out here. I mean,
and we got to relax.
I mean,
that was the whole point in the cabin. Somebody asked later, why two houses? When Danny and I are in this house, either I'm cooking, cleaning, or editing, or I'm on the computer. He's on the computer. We're constantly feel like we've got to work. We're not people that can throw it down and say, just sit here and not touch it.
Right.
We've tried that and it doesn't work. One or both of us computer within 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
And so when we go to the cabin, everything stays here. I take my cell phone, but it doesn't work. I'll stick it in the window and it might get a message if somebody messages me. So if you message or send emails or anything, don't feel bad because if we go to the cabin, I don't even know what my kids are doing or anything. So.
Oh, Leroy Arlene said we got a pretty orange 2501 Kubota for ourselves for Christmas. Wow! I'll tell you what.
You'll enjoy it.
You will not regret it with going with the 2501. It does not have all of the new 4-tier stuff on the engine and stuff like that. It's just a plain tractor. I think you will love it. We have loved ours. I'm telling you, we love it to death.
Sinclair said it sounds good only in conservative states.
Well, maybe that's been the problem all along. Maybe that's it.
If you're in a blue state,
you can't understand us because we're conservatives.
That's just wrong, Sinclair. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
That is something. Man. Oh. So I guess we got a couple of people jumping in with some snarky comments.
No, Tambra usually says pretty good stuff. I don't know what
thank you, Gemini.
She didn't say nothing bad.
That's what Lippy would say.
That just sounds like Lippy talking. I mean, I'm sitting here. That sounds like Lippy.
Let's see.
I don't know what the other one is. Yeah, that was a good call on that because if you can't speak English, you might not need to be here. So.
We don't know what you're saying. I don't have a way to translate it here, but it might be good. So,
might be good. I don't know.
Charlie, I'm okay, but if you can translate it for me, that would be awesome. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't speak but one language.
Well, it's kind of upside down, so I don't know how that's doing it.
People in blue states can hear you great.
That was Sinclair being funny.
Wild Turkey says, was your 2501 a hydrostat? Nope, mine's got a plain old clutch. I had a hydrostat 2 years earlier, did not care for it. I mean, some people might like it, but I just didn't care for it. I like the good old clutch.
All right, do we use our broad fork since we got the tiller on the tractor?
Yes. When we put down the row cover and where we have the cattle panels at and stuff like that, we have no way to break the ground up other than using the broad fork, and it works really good.
Gemini said she was trying to take the second one out, and we're not letting Gemini shoot a gun because she shoots the wrong person.
Oh, this is
She
true.
apologized to Tamara.
Yeah. Yeah.
Buddy, don't let Lippy
Yeah, if
have
y'all want
a
to, if you
gun.
want to watch if you want to watch a really good time, go watch Gemini when she has her live streams. You have people in there who are counting the number of times that Ms. Lippy gets out of line.
Yeah.
I'm one of them. There's a couple of other guys in there that's always like, okay, that's number 4, that's number 26, that's number 32. You know.
I think she's got out of line about 20-something times in one live
video.
stream.
Yeah.
No, we love Lippy.
We love Lippy to death. We just love her.
She ain't out of line. She's just Lippy.
She is Lippy, and I love that girl. I guess I've loved Lippy ever since the gathering.
At the gathering.
Her and Buddy come to the gathering, and I fell in love with them
about
right
2.5 years ago.
Yep.
3.
I fell in love with them right there.
Been 2 years, I guess. She's gonna come visit. You know that. You're in trouble. He's just in the process.
I told her I was going to come see her if her gift didn't get here, and lo and behold, it made it. Kentucky could not have handled me going to a post office up there.
No, probably not.
Tinker says, y'all like to eat on your video, hon. You're making people hungry. That's the whole idea of it.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Let's see here what we got.
She says she's almost got enough money from her quarter jar for Potty Mouth to take a vacation to Deep South. Look, you're potty full. We ought to be able to eat out every night on your potty jar.
I seen something about beef there. Where'd it go?
Something about grass-fed.
Michael, they clean grass-fed beef is the best, though, even in the butchers. Let me tell you something about grass-fed beef. Grass-fed beef is really good if you don't eat it. Beef on ryegrass is not good. Secondly, if grass-fed beef has been fed grass that has been sprayed with Remedy, 2,4-D, or anything like that, then your grass-fed beef is very toxic. That stuff goes right through a cow, and most people don't even think about the fact that the grass has been sprayed with these chemicals.
Lippy, can you put link to my cookbook? It's Deep South Homestead at .etsy.com.
Yep.
deepsouthhomestead.etsy.com. Prepper RD Franklin says, Danny, will you please pray for us? We will. Little Armor, thank you. I got a pile of pecans in the shell the other day. I'm cracking and smacking. Danny has been cracking pecans. Then I got him some walnuts for Christmas. He's been cracking walnuts. Then we got some mixed nuts, and we have some Brazil nuts on the way. He will get those shortly. He's a nut, so I bought him a bunch of nuts.
Yeah. Drop Sam the Garden says, Danny, don't say the M word.
What is the M word?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'll think about that one.
I had to think. I don't know about that one. Richard Barnes says, I made the split pea soup this evening. I'm about to bust. We had fresh English peas and carrots.
Wanda peas from the greenhouse today. That's something she done today, and she pulled fresh carrots.
Yeah, little bitty ones, because he said my bed needed some more thinning out. So I pulled some, and they were all probably 1.5 inches, 2 inches long.
Yeah, as long as you left you should have left the big ones and pulled the little ones. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, I didn't pull any big ones. And,
somebody from Ellisville, wish I could meet y'all. Backyard Prepping says, I am from Ellisville. Been to Ellisville many times. Nuts are the best snacks. That's right. They're heart-healthy nuts. They are. The only problem is if you eat too many nuts, they can be bad on the kidneys.
Mon word.
Huh?
The mon word. Oh, where'd it go? Mon.
Oh.
Don't say that word.
I got you. Mr. Santo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about Mr. Santo.
Yeah. And yes, we have onions planted already. A variety of onions. We have garlic planted. It's all doing good. Watch our greenhouse videos.
Minzy said you got your pepper seeds started yet? Nope, we don't start our pepper seeds until probably the end of February.
We weren't going to do them this year till later, remember?
I know, we got so many peppers now.
I've still got peppers in the greenhouse. I harvested peppers today in the greenhouse. We don't need to start peppers yet. I told him I forbid him to touch peppers till at least end of April, maybe May, because we don't need no peppers.
We don't need no peppers. We still got bell peppers growing in the
and roaster peppers.
Roaster peppers we got. And look, my greenhouse is still open on one end, and it's been in the low 20s, and I'm still doing fine in there.
All right. Southern Bless says, please pray for Patty, the tinker's wife. She is worse. She is sick and worse tonight. Okay, thank you.
Jan says she got an AlphaWorks portable generator for Christmas.
Wow.
Wow.
We're enjoying our little generator thingies.
Prepper R.D. Franklin says, farming is extreme, difficult, laborious work. No, it's work, but it's not difficult. It's really rewarding, I guess is the word I use.
Thomas asked, do you have fuel stations on the homestead? We have gas cans.
We have fuel cans of all sorts on the homestead.
What's the best fertilizer for onions?
Calcium nitrate is the best fertilizer for onions. And onions in their early stage like a lot of water and a lot of nitrogen and a calcium.
So Eric at Life and Farmland is somebody we want to pray for too. Right now seems to be on an even keel right now. He hasn't moved forward with the transplant or anything. He's just at that level and just waiting. So we've talked about 2020. We did an awful lot in 2020. And on the video the other day when I said we're through doing stuff, you threw out that we might not be through doing stuff.
Well,
these people want to know if you got plans for 2021.
I do have some pretty big plans for 2021. 2021 has its own plans coming. I'm going to tell y'all now. When it happens, you can say you heard it first at Deep South Homestead. Now, I'm not going to go into talking about what it is, because if I do, people will go, are you a prophet? No, I'm not a prophet. I've never claimed to be a prophet. I don't want to be called a prophet. I just know that there's some things that's going to happen in 2021. And I'm telling you now, to get as much food stocked up as you can, you're going to need it at some point this year. And just keep that in mind.
Al said there's 21,000 people without power right now in East Tennessee from the snow. So,
I can attest to that.
Be praying. Carol is from Brookhaven, Mississippi. Yes. Know where that is too.
Oh,
Patty
yeah.
and Tommy Alderman are over there.
And anyway, we're going to be tying up some loose ends here at Deep South Homestead in 2021. We've got like, what we count, like 6 projects started.
Danny loves to get them nearly to completion, and then he goes off over on another one. So the cabin's going to get finished if we can. The she shed's going to be finished. We're going to finish the greenhouses need irrigation, and mine needs power.
Yeah.
Needs power run out to it.
And irrigation.
And water.
And water, yeah.
What else?
Well, the cabin.
The cabin, I said the cabin.
Yeah, we got the cabin. We got the she shed.
We have some fencing that needs doing.
We've got a chain. We got to take up some fencing, put down new fencing. And then
the pond needs.
I got to put a overflow culvert in one of the ponds back here.
Yeah, not that it's overflowing.
No,
it ain't overflowing.
But it's best to do it now. We're trying to let it just get set.
Yeah. So all this is one thing that we're going to finish.
2021 will be the year of finishing things, but then will come the big one. So
we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna open my mouth just yet.
We're gonna leave a cliffhanger. But
do you have catfish in the pond? Don said only in the front pond, not in the back one.
Yeah. So the first thing we're going to do this year is talk about what we're going to plant. We've got 2 greenhouses and all the fields. So the greenhouses have been experimental this year just to see if we could do it. And I have a video coming out after the freeze, and you'll see what worked, what did not work here in the Deep South, because my greenhouse doesn't have a fan, or I had no way to put any heat in it or anything right now. So we just left it as a greenhouse, and you'll see what happens. And we're going to work with that this year. We're going to work on doing what do we call it? Being able to eat all the time.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
We want to be able to eat something fresh 365 days a year without having to have everything canned.
Thank you, Judy. That's awesome. I am going to can. We ain't getting away from canning. And we will dehydrate and we will do other things, and that's in the future. But I want to be able to walk outside and eat something every day, no matter what it is. And like today, we had fresh English peas and carrots.
Yes.
Danny said he's not sure, but we've been eating green beans out of my greenhouse for about 4 or 5 weeks now. And he says, I think I've eaten green beans almost every day. And I have
eaten green beans. I've eaten green beans every day for
at least 4 or 5 weeks.
Probably 4 to 5 weeks. That greenhouse has just, oh my gosh, it has just produced.
I'd have saved them. I could have canned probably, I'd say 6 or 8 pint jars or more of, at least 6 to 8 pint jars of green beans out of there. And we've just got 2 small beds. So I know I can produce enough for us to eat fresh and rotate it. And when one thing finishes, we start something else so we have something fresh to eat.
Sylvia says, besides stocking up on food, should we stock up on some money? And the question is going to be yes. And it's going to be small bills, nothing larger than a $20 bill. Several ones, lots of fives, lots of tens and 20s. Hundreds are going to be just about out of the question. Make 20s or less.
I'd say 5 tens and
5 tens and 20s. And some
yeah.
ones.
A few ones too, because but food, water. Water's important. Most people overlook water because they're on a municipal system.
Yeah.
That system can go out. When the power goes out in these massive stations, you don't get any water.
I don't care how much dry food you buy. I don't care how much freeze-dried food you buy. I don't care how much dehydrated food you buy. If you don't have water, it's to you. You've got to have water. And with water, you're going to need a purification system. That's why we tell people, get Exapure. Go through My Patriot Supply. We have a link. People are contacting us all the time going, oh my God, I saved $100 and something. Thank you so much. And guys, we cut these deals with these companies to help you guys. It's not that it's not for us, it's for you guys.
And we use, then that's who we associate with. We don't do associations and put links out there for stuff that we don't use.
Richard Barnes says, what's wrong with $100 bills? If you got a $100 bill, they're not going to talk to you because they can't break it.
If you go in to get $20 worth of gas and all you've got is a $100 bill, they're going to say, I don't have change.
Yep.
And they're either going to take your $100 and you're just got $20 worth of gas
for $100.
Or you got to find somebody's going to break it.
Wanda and I has already lived through Hurricane Katrina. We've already seen it happen. We know it happens. And what's coming is going to be way worse than Hurricane Katrina ever thought about being.
They would not take anybody with a $100 bill because they had no change. And you had to go to the back of the line so they could do better because they would not deal with you. No water, no life. You got to have water. What else?
Sylvia says they have a Berkey. Berkey have 2 filters to do what 1 filter and an Alexapure does, and we're looking about saving money. That's all.
We saved about $100.
We saved a good $100 on our bat. Yeah. Matter of fact, we saved enough money that we bought 2 more filters for ours to have in the future.
Yeah. And skills. Learn how to do things. Don't just say, I'll learn to plant a garden when something happens.
Right.
Start planting some. If it's just one crop or 2 or 3 crops, learn how to do it well. Because too many people we see homesteading now jump out, dig huge garden, or either they do whatever fad is going on now, and they do the fad thing and they plant all kinds of stuff, and the return small for what they do. And if they do that 2 years in a row, they quit.
Yeah.
We've seen so many people quit because they get frustrated.
Yeah.
You need no more than 5 items. Learn how to grow those well, and they produce what you need for your family and add to it.
Thank you, thank you, Carrie. We'll be looking for it when we go back to town. Now we don't go very often anymore, but when we go back, we'll be
yeah, we hadn't
out.
been in a week.
I'll be leaving with $100 in gas.
Yeah, it is crazy.
Been gone for the last 9 months. What about bottled water packs? Bottled water packs are okay. It's just that when you use bottled, you do not know what's in it. Lots of bottled water now has fluoride in it. A lot of it now has chlorine in it. A lot of it will say well water or spring-fed water. I lived in an area where it said spring-fed water, and I watched a truck go up to a well and load up every day. It was not spring-fed water. It come right out of a well.
Darlene, I don't think so. She asked I get her Christmas cards. I showed Christmas cards a while ago, and we hadn't been to town in about a week, so I'm sure my box is full.
Al Catton says, do you sell seed potatoes? No, we do not sell seed potatoes. We're trying to develop our own, but we're not selling them.
Hoss Tools.
Go see Hoss Tool. Right now, Hoss Tool is taking orders for seed potatoes. They have about, 10? Eight or 10 different varieties of seed potatoes.
And we have a link in the description for Hoss Tools. Just go over there. They do a good job. Ours did really well from them.
Pia says, when can I plant the pea seeds you sent me? Which ones did she order? The Mississippi cream?
Yeah.
If it's a Mississippi cream pea, after all danger of frost is gone, Pia, then you can plant them. They prefer the heat, though, let me tell you.
Yeah. Clean the filter and canisters regular, and it will taste better. They're talking about the water.
Yeah.
The purifier.
The purifier.
Yeah. We Mark Green says, hello from Cedar Creek Bottoms. We're listening to you on Bluetooth on the way to work. Have you thought about showing people how to use old type tools? We did in the beginning. Some of our videos are
Porch
about
Time
that.
was all about that in the beginning.
Yeah, we have several videos. If you go all the way back and look, Danny talked about old tools and how to use some of them. We did quite a few.
Yeah. Okay, we're
Who will clean out a well? I don't know.
We just call a well company where you're at and just ask them. I mean, you have to get with a company where you're at.
Rhonda says her husband has left her and she has cancer. She's devastated.
I am devastated. Rhonda, I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I understand. I spent 6 years going through a person with cancer, so I understand completely what that is.
Yes. Darlene says, I'm a truck driver. When I get home, I will see what happened. Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Wanda. Can't use my potatoes as a seed pot.
Can you, I think, use a potato as a seed potato?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it depends if it's had sprout nip sprayed on it. And if it's had sprout nip sprayed on it, it may not.
Prepper RD, I have a bunch of videos on pies, cakes, and everything. There's playlist on Deep South of Deep South recipes. There's gluten-free recipes, what it's like to eat at Deep South Homestead. And if you can't find everything there, go over to Crazy Days. I have a playlist over there where I cook all kinds of stuff over there.
Leroy says, do you think 401ks are safe? That's going to be very questionable in the very near future. Let me say that. Irene says, what kind of water filtration do you recommend? We recommend the Alexa Pure because it's a little bit cheaper and it does a really good job. One filter does the job of several different filters. So I mean, that's what we use.
Is there a difference?
And we have a link in the description down below.
My Patriot Supply.
Yeah, it's on My Patriot Supply.
Danny, is there a difference between pink eye purple holes and purple hole field peas? Not really.
Not really. Now there's several different types of pink eye. There's
purple holes.
There's several different types of purple hole. You got Mississippi purple holes, pink eye purple holes. There's a lot of different varieties of them. Now pink eye purple hole, you can get top pick, where all the pink eye purple hole peas are just right in the top of the plant. If you plant plain old fashioned pink eye purple holes, the peas are all over the vine everywhere. If you plant Mississippi purple holes, things are just everywhere. I mean, they take a field over, you know what I mean?
Somebody asked about our plans for 2021 to finish everything that we've got going on right now, add more fencing. We'll have more cows. We're going to rearrange some of our gardening. We're not going to plant as many sweet potatoes. We've had this discussion.
The cows might need some.
The cow's going to get a lot. I ain't even got the sweet potatoes on my floor yet because he's got too many projects and I ain't got them all canned. But we've been eating fresh sweet potatoes since we dug them. I canned over 100 jars already, and the cows love them.
So, yeah, the cows love them.
But we are going to rearrange what we do with our gardening this year. Some of it's going to be in the fields, some in the greenhouses, and some of it we're just going to pull back on.
Yeah. David says, you ever planted North Carolina candy squash? We've not planted what they call North Carolina candy squash. We've planted the Georgia candy roaster.
They did not do.
They didn't do too good here. Of course, that was the year we had all the squash bugs too. So could have been that.
Can you boil water and drink it?
Yes, you can. You can boil water and drink it. But there again, if you're going to boil water and drink it, you got to have a way to make a fire. And fire can be seen from long distances, so you have to take a lot of things into consideration.
Danny, should I stock up on more food or get a Blue Eddy? According to how much food you have.
Depends on how much food you have, Marie.
And what kind of power source you have.
Yeah. You've got to have food, but a Blue Eddy would be nice. I'm not going to lie to you, because any power failure, the Blue Eddy is going to do you okay. But with a Blue Eddy, you're also going to have a solar panel.
Because you got to have a way.
You got to have a way to charge it. If there's no electricity to plug it into, then you got to have a solar system.
Miss Wanda, do you think your herb garden can take ginseng? I'm not sure. I've never grown ginseng, so I'm not sure.
Not sure.
Can sweet potatoes be grown in zone 5A or B?
Yes, but you're going to have to be able to grow the Beauregard ones, or they come out with a new bush sweet potato now that mostly is very short vines on it, and it matures fairly quickly. So you'll have to have that. You have to have those varieties.
Now, Laura wants to know, if there's no municipal water, how would you water your garden and your fruit trees?
A rain catchment system. You're going to have to design you a rain catchment system to do it with.
Or Pond Creek, anything like that, you can haul it from there. Or if you have ditches, they can serve as rain catchment, and you can get water out of those.
Sylvia's Creative Sanctuary says, what 5 plants to grow? We live in an apartment. Can we use pots for the plants? We grow lots of things in containers. We've done it just to prove it can be done. I would say tomatoes, peppers, onions. You can grow broccoli this time of the year. We have dwarf fruit trees for fruit growing in pots. Gosh, you can grow cabbages in pots because we have cabbages growing in pots. We grow blackberries in pots. We grow miniature blueberries in pots. We have miniature banana trees in pots.
Not that we've got bananas out of them.
We ain't got bananas. We just started with them, but I mean, things that we can grow in pots.
It can be grown.
It can be grown. You can grow cucumbers in pots. You can grow sweet potatoes in pots.
Squash.
Squash. I mean, all these things can be grown in pots, but just remember, It's going to take water, and you've got to have a lot of water if you use pots.
Okay, Synergy. Is that what the solar system? Synergy, S-E-N.
Synergy.
S-E-N.
S-Y-N.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was S-E-N. Anyway, it's in our link, in our description. There's a link to the solar system that we've got. Somebody was asking what the name of it was.
I've heard the Norpro steam juicer can be used to purify water, but is that, yes, you can also make with that too.
We have one and it will work.
Yeah, it does. Are strawberries self-pollinating? Yes, most of them are.
Blooming now, some in the greenhouse and some in my GreenStalk are blooming.
Yeah, if you're growing in pots, you also want to consider growing your allium crops like onions, garlics, stuff to this nature, because most of those are medicinal as well.
Any good ideas for running a water well pump without power when the power goes out? A bucket. Drop it down.
Well, it depends on if you've got a 4-inch well, you can pull the pipe out of it in a pump, and you can drop a well bucket.
But then again, most people don't know what a well bucket looks like.
This is true, and you can build a well bucket. I have homemade ones that I have built here for the 4-inch well. There's just lots, guys. There is so many different.
You can do a hand pump, but you would have to have it in advance. You'd have to have everything you need already in place. A good hand pump. We have hand pumps here. Danny even made a hand pump.
Yes.
On one of ours.
Yeah, somebody put Synergy up. I told you it's S-Y-N.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, Synergy.
Yeah. You can grow pineapples in pots because we have pineapples in pots.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, we have one that's not far from being ready to pick, probably.
It wasn't ready. I looked.
Okay, probably not far off, though.
It's not. It's starting to get some color, but it ain't ready.
Yeah. It's about time to jump off of here, ain't it? Yeah, we're already at 9:18. It's about time for us to get off. So we need to, Danny, I will be in North Mississippi training Monday. Okay, that must be Donnie.
Yeah. So the deal is you need some medicinal herbs, things like garlic, onions, rosemary, what else? Oregano. I highly recommend oregano. Check out the benefits of oregano.
The oil of oregano.
But I mean, if you've got the herb,
you
can use it.
Yeah.
These things are must on your homestead. Aloe. Make sure you have aloe on hand. I would recommend those if you are into essential oils. It doesn't matter what kind. I use doTERRA and I like doTERRA, but good quality oils. Do not buy Walmart's. Don't do it. They stink. Probably won't help you none at all, but get a good quality oil for the symptoms that you think you might need and your family would need.
So asking, how can I get one of those Louisiana orange trees? Check out your local Home Depot, Lowe's, Walmart. That's where mine came from, those kind of places. They should have them this spring. Okay, we got to jump off here, guys. We've been on here so long.
Plenty of wood and stuff for fires.
Yes, stock up on plenty of wood for fire. That's true.
Some way to cook.
It ain't nothing but sticks out of the yard. Just something.
Some way to cook.
Old used lumber, as long as it's not treated or paint and lead on it, as long as it's just plain old lumber, anything will work. Yeah.
And so, guys, 2020 has been a good year. It's not been excellent for everybody, but it's been a good year for us. We've had our ups and downs. We've had things that worked, things that didn't.
Yeah.
Danny lost his father this year. That was not a good thing.
It was not a good thing, but I was okay with it.
Yeah, and so we've had some downs. We've had some ups, this year, and it's been really nice. And we hope 2021 is going to be a good year. But some of the indications from what everybody keeps saying and the way things are going, it might be a rough year.
It's going to be a rough year in some ways.
And so we have to be stocked up. We have to be ready in all aspects.
They want to know what the name of your little greenhouse is.
It is by Abba, but on Amazon, there's a lot of them by all kinds of names. Mine is like a 4x4, I think. Didn't you say?
Yours is a little bit bigger than a
5x5.
almost a 5x5. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're around anywhere close to $100, and most any of them are going to do just as well as mine. But mine was ABBA, ABBA. I'm not sure if you'll find that particular one, but a lot of them look alike.
Yeah.
Different companies. So we do want to. I had a list and I lost my list. I don't know where it went. It got messed up in my. And I had all these things.
You went through all of them. It wasn't in
It was laying with it though. Where did I put it? I don't know where my list went. Okay. We do want to remember Howie.
Yep. We've had several people that want us to remember their families.
Life in Farmland. Mark Avery. I do remember his family. And I thought there was somebody else, and I can't remember. And I had that list here, so I don't know what I did with my list, guys. I can lose things so easily. That's it right there, I think. Ambria. Okay. I knew there was somebody else. We met Ambria back 3-4 years ago.
At the
Great Appalachian
Homestead Conference.
Yeah. She's a young lady that's in a wheelchair. She has several issues. She came and she talked to me, and she gave me 2 beanie dolls, and they've been living here at Deep South for ever since. And this week, her mom contacted me. She had been in the hospital. She got really, really sick, and she was home. She got her PICC line out, and she asked me to call Ambria and talk to her. And so I did. We talked for a little while. And so her beanie babies are going to go home and visit with her because they want to meet their brothers and sisters. So y'all keep Ambria in your prayers. She was a very sick baby. She got what did I tell you, infection in her system, and it almost killed her. And
I almost lost her. So
she's better now. She's not out of the woods, but she's better. And we do want to keep her and her mom, Vivian, in our prayers.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the Lord in prayer right quick.
Sandy Spade says, remember her husband.
Okay. Father, we come to you tonight. We just want to take this opportunity, Lord. We just went through a wonderful season of celebrating the time in which we set aside for bringing you into this world, Father, or either the conception of you. A lot of people don't realize that that probably you were conceived somewhere around the 25th of December, and we know that a fetus is a live being at that time. So, it all plays together with the fact that you were alive at that time, even during conception. So, Father, it's right that we can worship you in this way. And Lord, we thank you for bringing us all through the year of 2020 up to this point with all of its challenges, Father, which has been many this year. We have this horrible virus that we're still dealing with here, and it seems like it's mutating into 2 and now fixing to go into a 3rd phase. We've got a lot of people, a lot of friends, Father, that's got this virus. My dad passed away with it this year. Mr. Howie has it now, and we're lifting up him in prayer. Many of the people in the chat tonight has mentioned family members, friends who have the virus at this point, has tested positive for it in the last day or 2 even. We're praying for each and every one of them, Father. Anyone who has the virus, we're asking, Father, for healing for their bodies. Lord, I'm asking that the symptoms be very mild for them, that they recover really quickly. In the name of Christ, we rebuke the virus and we ask that it be ran away from their body so that they don't experience anything about it, Father, and that they can get back to their old natural self again. And Father, we pray for many people here. A young lady tonight says that she has cancer and the one that was caring for her has now left her and she's all alone. Father, we're praying for her. We're lifting up her in our prayers, asking you to be there for her, Father, so that that she's not alone, because you've said that you'll never leave us and you'll never forsake us. So the truth of the matter is, we're never really alone because you're always there with us. And Father, let her know that we love her. And we rebuke the cancer that's in her body, Father. Pray for healing for her. And Lord, so many other prayers were put up for other illnesses that people had, other problems that they were facing, challenges that have come up in their life, Lord. And we pray for each and every request that was mentioned here tonight. We ask in the name of Christ that that need be met in a way that will benefit them and be able to glorify you at the same time, Father. Lord, we thank you for all that you've done for all of us throughout the year of 2020. Lord, we know that 2021 has some massive challenges in it. It's going to be a year that will be remembered, Father. And we pray everyone that's been in the chat tonight, I'm praying for them that through this coming year, that when the things happen that's going to happen, that you will be there, you will meet the needs, and you will let them know that you are in their midst as these things begin to happen, Father. Lord, we just want to pray that you would grant each one of us the blessings of obedience tonight, Father. We pray for the Spirit to be granted to us. Lord, we pray for financial resources so that we can all be able to get the things that we need in a timely fashion and be totally stocked up, not only on food, Lord, but we need some small bills stocked up and have them set aside so that when the time comes, we will be able to still do what we need to do, Father. Lord, go with us throughout the night, guide, direct us, help us to all rest safely. Give us the remaining of this year, Father, to be safe as we go into the new year. I pray for safety for everyone. We ask these things in thy name. Amen. All right. Now,
What are your
I'm
thoughts?
sure some things went by we didn't see here.
What are your thoughts on potato towers? Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah.
Potato towers. I saw that somewhere and it jumped.
I've never done a potato. I know that the only thing that's going to benefit you in a potato tower is if it is an indeterminate potato. Do your research on the potato. Potatoes are just like tomatoes. They have determinate and indeterminate. The only way you'll benefit is if it's an indeterminate, as far as, then that's my understanding on it.
All right, thank you guys for all jumping in and here. I hope you had a great weekend, a good Christmas, and I guess Happy New Year. We won't see them until after New Year's.
Well, this is the last live stream of this year.
Y'all, we ain't doing no more live streams. Y'all hear?
Well, wait a minute. Hold on.
Next Saturday night is...
We got one more.
No. No.
No, we don't, do we?
No.
Next Saturday night is a new year.
See y'all next year.
Deep South will see you all next year.
We ain't doing no more live streams.
We ain't doing no more live streams until next year. That'd be the way to say it.
Hey, B-Lady. We ain't gonna do no more.
We ain't gonna do no more live streams until next year.
That's it. Next year.
Next year.
All right. So, do you think they'll open the borders for people to fly again?
I hope not.
Anyway, so he doesn't care.
Well, I've done been told no more flying, so it doesn't matter to me.
It ain't all about you.
Well, my opinion is.
Y'all, he's very Danny oriented.
I am very oriented about some things. I don't know about out there going to open up for people to fly anytime soon. Let me put it that way.
Next Saturday is the 2nd. See there? I told you.
Next Saturday. See you next year. Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year,
I guess
everybody.
We ought to be blowing horns. And...
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine's empty. My spice stuff is gone.
Yeah.
But cheers. You know, that I guess we should be saying, I didn't think about it till just then.
Yes. We do wish everybody here a Happy New Year. I do pray that 2021 is going to be okay for everybody. To have its challenges, so
Be prepared.
be prepared. Do not freak out. Do not panic. When things begin, remember, this is why we have made all the videos we've made for all the time that we've made them, was for a time like this.
So that as long as YouTube exists and they don't yank our channel or something.
Right.
If you want to know how to plant green beans, like Lipping tell you, that's how she found us. She was looking up green beans. Go hunt Deep South Homestead green beans. There should be several things on green beans. If you want to know how to can them, I've canned them. They're there. That helps you and like I was talking about learning how to do skills. If you've never canned before, now's the time you better be learning. Don't wait till something happens and then you jerk that canner out and you're panicked, you're worried, you watching your place, you're having to do it all. Don't learn to can in that situation. Learn now before it gets to that situation. And everything. If you don't cook from scratch, learn how to cook from scratch. I'm just saying, learn it. Start now.
Prepare 3 of CV 21. Let me say that.
They skipped 20.
Yeah.
They went from 19.
It's going to be called CV 21, so be prepared. It has quote unquote mutated.
Yeah. So guys, we gotta go.
We gotta get off of here.
And till we want to remember Nashville.
All the bombs
all
as
the
well.
places and any place else that's had any kind of things going on. Y'all keep your eyes. All I can tell you, keep your eyes open.
We will keep you updated as we go along. That's for sure.
B Lady says she's going to be on her land in Florida in 2021. Good.
Just in case.
B Lady, I still got
wise move.
I still got a
still got a rocking chair.
I still got a rocking chair in my attic. Just saying.
Yeah.
If you ever head toward Mississippi Way, just saying there's a rocking chair in my attic with your name on it.
Yeah. Okay, guys. It is time for us to jump off of here.